Here's the analogy God gave to me, if I can get this right now. Here's MAGA, every last one of them, from the oldest to the youngest. Here's MAGA, the supporters of Trump. Here's the whole MAGA, 30 million of them. Here's MAGA. Here's the example of MAGA. So a man goes to the bathroom and he poops in the bathroom. There's no toilet paper. There are no loose cloths or rags or anything. There's only brick and porcelain. And so to clean himself, he uses his hand because there's nothing else. So he cleans himself with his hand. Now, he doesn't want to do it, but he cleans himself with his hand. Then he gets up from pooping and he doesn't clean his hands. His hands that he used to clean himself when he pooped, he doesn't clean it. Then he goes and gets in bed with his wife and he begins to touch her. He begins to wrap his hands and arms around his wife. The unclean, pooped on hands, he wraps around his wife. And he doesn't ever wash his hands. Well, the Lord said to me this morning in prayer that that's what MAGA is. They know that Trump is poop. They know it. They know that Trump is a diarrhea poop. They know Trump is poop. And they put their hands into the poop to support Trump. Then they don't wash their hands when they hear the truth. They don't clean themselves from Trump. They don't clean themselves up for that vile, despicable orange-haired orangutan, that liar, that con man, that rapist. They know he's poop, and they put their hands in the poop, and yet they don't wash that. Then they go touch their wives. They want their wives and their children to be a part of the poop as well. They don't clean their hands. They put their poop hands on their children and on their wives. That's MAGA. That's what God said. That's MAGA. That's MAGA. They got poop on their hands, and then they touch their wives with the poop. They touch their children with the poop. They touch their cars. They touch their preacher with the poop. They know it's poop. But they know Trump is poop. They know Trump is a loaf of poop. They know he is, but they don't wash their hands. They could easily, well, they couldn't easily, but one would reasonably think that since you know he's poop, because they do the same way if Trump shot somebody on Fifth Avenue, well, they know he shot him, but they don't change the poop. They know Trump can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and it don't make a bit of difference. They know that Trump is poop and it don't make a bit of difference. They know he's poop. And they wipe their hands and then they want to touch their wives. And then they want to touch you. MAGA. That's exactly what God said about him. You don't like it? You don't have to. But that's who you are. Your leader is poop. And you put your hands in him. Now you want everybody else. You want your wife. You're putting your poop hands on your children. You're putting your poop hands everywhere else. That's right, Lindsey Graham. No, but Lindsey Graham is not right. MAGA. Lindsey Graham is just a Ted Cruz. They're just freeloaders trying to hold on to their job. But because they at least give assent to poop, and Trump is poop, they give assent to him,